rioting in the Negro section of Los Angeles left behind scenes reminiscent of war-torn cities. It took the appearance of 14,000 troops to bring an end to what both Negro and white leaders called insurrection by hoodlums.
In the post-riot 60s, African Americans embraced the Black Power movement. The Black Panther Party preaches revolution and armed resistance against the pigs, slang for cops. Their message appeals to the young Crips.
We really didn't know what the hell they were saying. Only thing we really understood was the pigs.
Washington and his friends set out to create their own organization, even imitating the Panthers' leather jacket attire. The Crips are just one of the many small street gangs on the less affluent East Side.
Gangs on the East Side was normal. Every street was a gang.
In feudal South Central, teenage gang members prove themselves with their fists. And in battle, Raymond Washington is king.
He'd challenge anybody, anywhere, anytime, all the time. He could knock Tyson out any day of the week.
His tough reputation earns him respect, attracting members into his gang.
If you were with Raymond, you were with the one who was capable of protecting everybody. He looked out for people. He had what we call now morals, but we didn't know what morals were then, but he had that.
Despite his youth, Washington is a born leader. He dreams of creating the most powerful gang in the city.
It really didn't matter what gang you were from. If you was with Raymond at that time when he was 17, 16, you were with the president. You were with it. You were in. That was the scent. That was the power. That was the energy. He had that.
In the spring of 1971, Washington moves a step closer to his dream. He persuades rival gangs from the West Side to form an alliance with the Crips.
People coming from everywhere trying to get in, be initiated.
Through violence and street robbery, Washington sets himself up as a modern-day Robin Hood.
Like bandits coming from the poor sections to the more affluent sections to requisition their material to bring it back to the neighborhood. That's how Raymond operated when I knew him.
The Crips carry canes, emulating their pimp heroes of the early 70s black exploitation films. Victims describe their attackers as looking like cripples, or Crips. The name Crips becomes Crips. Gang members adopt a lifestyle they call Crippin'.
Crippin' meant, are you ready to rob? You know, plunder and pillage.
Patrolling South Central, Sheriff Ken Bell witnesses the rise of the Crips.
It just started growing street by street, neighborhood by neighborhood. And what do we do in the school districts? We start suspending kids and expelling them and moving to different schools.
Washington himself is expelled from several schools for fighting. But by trying to stamp out the violence, school authorities only make matters worse.
So now you got different segments all over the city of Los Angeles being moved around because of the violence. They created another school, but they would go to a new school and they would get more buddies and then they would grow. That's how the Crips got so big.